Hey everybody, I'm going to do another playthrough here with the same deck that I used in the previous episode, episode 1, when I did Passage to Mirkwood, except I will tell you that I got rid of the Mirkwood long blade, or the long knife, I'm not sure which one it is. I probably have a copy of it right here somewhere. There it is. Yeah, so I got rid of this card, the long knife, for 2, because I like the card, but I felt like I wasn't being able to use it as widely as I wanted to. And then I replaced that with a Gandalf, the core Gandalf, which comes out for 1 turn and does a lot of fun things. And then I also added the Free Peoples, which is new from Beneath the Sands, from the Higher Dream cycle. And so this is nice because they're both adding these cards. The reason why I did so is because they're both clear. They both, to use a Magic the Gathering term, they're both clear in terms of their casting cost. They don't require a resource match. And I noticed I was having a lot of resources that I wasn't doing anything with. And so when that happens, I like to be able to have cards that I can bring out. And so these kind of, I don't want to say help, but these I would obviously be able to bring out because of all the resources that I was getting piled up. And so that keeps my deck at around 50. I think I'm at 53 or 54 here. And so that goes right into the deck. So I'm going to shuffle this up. And while I'm shuffling this up, I'll say that this is the second scenario in the core set. This is called Journey Along the Anduin. And so the idea is, and this is one of the reasons why I love Lord of the Rings, the living card game, is that it tells the story. So our heroes have made it through the forest of Mirkwood, the last episode that I did, the last playthrough I did. And now they're on the Anduin River, and they're on the banks of the Anduin. Now they're getting chased by orcs, and so that's why it's a Journey Along the Anduin. And so throughout this whole scenario, there's stuff where the orcs are going to chase you, and and at one point they pile up. I've played this scenario a bunch of times too, because this was part of the core set, so I kind of know what to expect and what's going on, but I wanted to make sure that we did this. So just like the last one, I'm using Tactics Legolas. Legolas. That's how I read Legolas before I knew how to pronounce his name when I read the books. But it's Legolas, and then Haldir, the hero Haldir. There's also an ally Haldir, but obviously this is the hero. And then I'm using Spirit Glorfindel with the 5 threat, and that helps out. Okay, so I'm going to look at my first hand here. So there's 6 cards. Let's see. So I have a Gandalf, I have the Black Arrow, I have no Blade, I have the Defender of Naith, I have the Galadrim Weaver, and I have Well Warned. Okay, I'm going to mulligan that because it's more important for me to get the Light of Valinor. That's the only card that I really feel like I need to have when I start this. So I'll do that. So that's the only reason why I mulligan, is if I don't get the Light of Valinor, then I do it. And if I don't get the Light of Valinor, I'm okay, because I can still take a couple of threat hits with my threat being so low. But I don't know. So anyways, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then my draw card 7. Okay. So I have Unseen Strike, Cloak of Lorien, Hasty Stroke. Hey, there's my Light of Valinor. There's another Unseen Strike, Feint, and an Ent Draft. Okay, so obviously I have to keep that. Okay, so now I'm going to the river, which is this part of this scenario, and it says each player reveals 1 card from the top of the encounter deck. Okay, so there's the Necromancer's Pass. In order to do this, I have to discard 2 cards at random in order to make that the active location or travel there. Okay, and then it says look, and then add it to the staging area. So that's good. And now, when I flip it over, the To the River says search the deck for the Hill Troll. So I'm going to put the Hill Troll out and play. Now the Hill Troll isn't that horrible right now because the Hill Troll has a threat of 30 and I'm at 23. Okay, and then I'm going to shuffle up the encounter deck. So this is good. Okay, so this goes, shuffle this up. I remember when we first started playing this, even though it's a Hill Troll, we would quote that line from Boromir in the Fellowship when he says, you know, and they brought a cave troll, and then they came out with actually a cave troll enemy, so that made it even even less likely to actually happen. Okay, or to actually be appropriate. But anyways, so they brought a troll here, so there's. So now we do resources, so we get 1 resource on each of the characters. Super dorky because I have matching resource die to match the spheres of play. I know, super dorky. So I think we're ready to begin. So now we're going to start up. I've set up, I've done all that stuff. So now I am going to... I think I'm really going to do the best I can because I can really... I'm going to kill the troll this time around. Watch what I'm going to do. So I'm going to play the Light of Valinor here. Okay. And then I'm going to put the Cloak of Lorien onto Glorfindel as well. So now I only have 1 resource token here. Okay, so now I'm going to yeah, what am I going to do? I'm going to quest. That's the word I was looking for. So I'm going to quest with Glorfindel. Okay. He's the only one I'm going to quest with. 3, there's already 4 threat out there, but that's okay. So by doing that, let's see. I pull out the Misty Mountain Goblins, okay, and it says remove 1 progress token from the current quest when he attacks. So this is what I'm going to do, okay. Now, by doing this, before I get too far ahead of myself, there's 6 out here. I quested for 3, so I raised my threat by 3, okay. Now I'm going to engage both of these guys, okay. Now, I engage both of them, and so now I'm going to play Feint on the Hill Troll. And so what that does is that means he's not going to attack, okay? And so when I do that, that means that I can, that this fizzles, okay, because he's not actually attacking. And now I'm going to block the Misty Mountain Goblins with Glorfindel, okay, and there's no, so he's exhausted, and so now I'm going to play Unseen Strike, because this guy has an engagement cost higher than my threat, so he gets +9, and then, or +6, and Haldir, so I'm attacking for a total of 12, and I used up my resource here. So that means that the Hill Troll just became a thing of the past, because the Hill Troll had 9, 12, and I did 12. Now because I was here, because I was in a attack that killed a creature, I get to put 2 on the current quest. This guy's still engaged with me. Okay, that's okay for right now. Okay, and so now I'm going to ready my characters. I'm going to raise my threat by 1. We're now in the second round. That may be one of the only times where I've ever had a first round kill of the hill troll. And that's saying something in this game. Okay, now the thing is these 2 cards I wouldn't mind getting rid of. So, even though one's canceling a shadow effect. But just to get this out of here to travel there. So, but we'll see. So this is 1 resource here, 1 resource here, 1 resource here. Okay, so pull out the Durndingle Warrior. I can't play him, but these 2 would go well together. Okay, so let's quest. I'm going to quest for 3. I'm going to quest for 3. I think I'm just going to quest for 3 and take the threat hit again. Maybe I'll quest for, you know what? Yeah, because I want to kill him. Okay. So I'll quest for 3. Okay, so the Dolguldur Beastmaster comes out. I'm okay with him. So now I did 5 and I quested for 3. So I go up by 2 here. So I'm at 29 threat. 35. Nothing comes out. I'm going to travel to here, and by doing that, I have to get rid of these cards. Okay, so now to make sure that it's completely random, I'm going to put this into 3 piles right here, and I'm going to roll my 12-sided dice. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, and that's going to be the card that I keep. Okay, so let's see. So that's an 11. So that's this middle one. I'm going to keep this one, which is the Durndingle Warrior, which is good. And then I'm going to discard these 2. So now I've traveled to this location, and now I can attack. Oh, no, not attack. I'm going to defend this guy with Glorfindel. Okay, so Glorfindel has the Cloak of Lorien. So there is a shadow. It says, choose and discard 1 attachment from the defending character. Okay, so you know what? I know this sounds crazy, but I'm going to get rid of the cloak, because that Light of Valinor to me is very important. So that means that he does 1 damage to Glorfindel. Okay, Glorfindel is definitely now exhausted, and so now I'm going to do 3, 6. I'm going to attack for 6 damage, and there's 1 defense and 3 hit points. So this guy dies, and because of Legolas, I get to do 2 tokens here, and now I seem to be getting rolling on this. So that's pretty cool. So everybody readies already. I raise my threat by 1, so I'm at 30. I'm in round 3 of this. So now I just need to quest the heck to get this up to 8. We're at 2 here. Okay, so I'm going to draw a card. Oh, this is good. Okay, so I get 2, 2, 2, 2, and I just draw Proud Hunters, which gives me a whole bunch of resource tokens. Okay, but I'm going to put the Durndingle Warrior out. So the Durndingle Warrior comes out. I lose my 2 tactics tokens. I have 2 spirit and 2 lore left. Okay. He comes out exhausted because, you know, Ents move slowly. Okay, and so now I'm going to quest for 4. So this is going to be 3, 4. So now this comes out. So this is good. So here's the Dol Guldur Orcs. That says, choose one character currently committed to the quest and do 2 damage to it. So that's this guy. Okay. So Legolas has 2 damage on him. Bummer. Okay, now this guy has 10. So here's what I'm going to do. Yeah, I think I'm going to engage him. I'm going to block. Oh, I have to resolve questing here. So let's see here. 4. It's a wash. I still quest successfully when I when you tie. So in this case and in this scenario, that doesn't matter. So now I'm going to bring out the Dol Guldur Orcs with 10. Okay, I'm going to deal it a shadow card. I'm going to block with Glorfindel. Okay, Glorfindel. Okay, no shadow effect. Okay, and so Glorfindel exhausts. He takes 1 damage, and now I'm going to kill. I should keep that guy out. Anyways, with Haldir, I'm going to kill him. He does 3 damage, and he defends for 0 and has 3 hit points, so this guy goes bye-bye. So now the Durndingle readies, this guy readies, this guy readies. Everybody readies. And so now we're at 3, 3, and 1. So this is what I mean. I'm developing a whole bunch of resource tokens. I have 3 Spirit, 3 Lord, and and 1 Tactics. I have 7 things out, and I'm really only gonna, most of my deck has 1s and 2s. So I say that, and now I pull out Treebeard, which is actually pretty nice right now, because this is what I need, is a defender. I'm going to catch myself. I didn't raise my threat here, nor did I change rounds. Okay, so I'm going to pull out Treebeard for 4. He comes into play exhausted, as do almost all the Ents, as far as I know. They move slower than the rest of the world. Okay, so again, I'm going to keep everything even so that I have 1, 1, and 1 resource on each of those. So now I'm going to... my goal here for not questing with Haldir is to try to attack this guy in the staging area before I have to engage him. So it's easier. I may just engage him anyways, because why not? But I don't know. So I'm going to quest for 1, 4, 5. We'll quest for 5 right now. So this comes out. Look. Okay. So this is the Gladden Fields. 5. So this goes up. I'm going to travel to the Gladden Fields. Don't raise my threat. Don't do anything. And now I'm going to attack this guy in the staging area. And I do 2 damage to him. So he has... 2 damage on him. Okay. So now I'm going to switch Treebeard here because I'm going to raise my threat by 1, raise the round. I'm going to draw a card. Okay. So now I get resources. So now I have 2 on everything. Then I have these guys, these gold dice. It should be for the bag and sphere, but I'm going to put that on Treebeard. He matches so nice. He has 1 resource token on him. Treebeard allows me to use his resources to ready an Ent, or to actually pay to pull out other Ent creatures to summon those allies. Okay, so I'm going to spend 1, and I'm going to pull out the Galhadrim Weaver. And then so that means that the top card, the Cloak of Lorien, goes back into my deck. Now this is interesting because for some reason I feel like I'm not drawing necessarily very well, even though I have a bunch of stuff out here. So I think the shuffle may help me out for whatever reason. Okay, so now so there's the shuffle. That's good. So now I'm going to quest with Treebeard. That's 3. That's 2, 3. Quest with the Weaver. 6. 7, 8. I'm going to quest for 8, which I hope gets me closer to what I need to do. Okay, so there's there's that guy. Okay, the Dolgaldor Orcs says chooses one character currently committed to the quest, and he does 2 damage. So, oh, you know what? Treebeard is a damage sucker, so he's going to get 2 damage on Treebeard. That's cool. So, look, there's 4. Oh, look, this, I'm supposed to raise my threat an extra 1, so that's 33. Haha, caught myself. Okay, so that goes in the victory display. So that was, I quested for 8. That was 4, 5, 6, 7, so I'm at 3. Okay, so now I guess I can bring this guy out. Okay, this is going to be good. So now I'm going to block. I'm going to defend this guy with the Durndingle Warrior. Okay, no shadow, no damage. And now I'm going to play this, because this gives me pool. So this is going, now I'm going to use Legolas, and I'm going to kill the Dolgaldor Orcs. And so not only do I get 2 here, so we're at 5, but this card allows me to get 2 more resource tokens onto Legolas. So I feel like we're in an even better position now. Okay, so now we're going to raise our threat by 1, round number 6. Okay, we have 2 Treebeard tokens, 2, 3, and then that Proud Hunters gave me a lot of, so I'm at 5 tactics. So now, oh, so I guess the Cloak of Lorien should go on to Glorfindel again. That cost 1, so I'm down to 2. 2 lore. I don't have any cards in my hand, so now we get to quest. So I'm going to quest for 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to quest for 10. It says remove 4 progress tokens from the current quest card. That's a bummer. Okay, so I'm down to 1. So I quested for 10. 2, so that's 8 left. Ah, okay. So I just finished that. So this goes into my defeated quest pile, and so now I'm going to do the Anduin Passage. And so this just says reveal 1 additional card from the encounter deck each quest. Do not make engagement checks. So I think thematically the idea here is that that I'm on the river and they're mounting on the river to try to hurt me, or to try to, they're mounting an attack, basically, is what they're doing. So I want to get through this quest as soon as possible, because I don't want to have a ton of creatures out here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to engage this guy. Okay. And then I'm going to ready Treebeard. Okay. Now, by readying Treebeard, what I can do now is I'm actually not going to engage this guy. And I'm not going to ready Treebeard. I'm just going to keep this. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to the next round. See, I chickened out. Okay, so I have 6 on tactics, 3 lore, 3 spirit, and I have 3 on Treebeard. Raise my threat by 1, raise this by 1. Okay. So now I can only optionally engage. I draw. Here's the Rivendell Blade. So that's good, because I want the Rivendell Blade onto Haldir. So that reduces that by 1. So now I'm going to quest for 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And so now I reveal a couple. I reveal that. So that's my 1. It says Wargs deal shadow card with no effect. Staging area after attacks. So this guy stays, and now I get the Eastern Crows. Now the Eastern Crows have Surge. And so this is what ends up happening with this when you draw the extra thing. It's just, it gets to be a pain in the neck. So you'll see what I'm going to do here, though. Okay, so I cannot draw cards. So I'm going to make this the active location. I'm going to travel up before I travel. Well, I'll leave it up there. And so there was 5, 6, 7. And so I still did 1 here. So that's good. Okay, and so now I'm going to kill the Dol Guldur Beastmaster here. I can do that because he has 2 damage on him. The Rivendell Blade reduces his defense by 2, and then I can do 3 damage. So that guy is done. Okay, so now that helps. Let's see, 36, round 8. Okay, so now I increase my token, or my resources. So I have 4 resources on Treebeard, 4 Spirit on Glorfindel, 4 Lore on Haldir, and 6 on Legolas. And so here's another Ent, which is perfect, because I'm going to go 2, and now look, I'm going to use 2 to ready him. Okay, so now I have like a little Ent army going on here. And now I am going to go, let's see, 3, 5, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to quest for 10. Oh, look. I have to undo this, because the active location makes me not able to do this. Okay, so I'm still going to quest for 3, 4, that's 4, 7, 8. I'm questing for 8. And, I'm sorry, I'm not going to quest for 8 in this case. I'm going to quest for 9. There's a reason I'm doing that. So here's the thing. There's Eastern Bats. So, and now that's the Surge. And it says, each player raises threat for 1 by each character controls not currently committed to the quest. So that's 1 character currently not committed to the quest. Okay. And so now I draw my extra card, and it says deal 1 damage to each character controlled by with a threat of 35 or higher. So I'm just barely above 35. But nonetheless, so this guy does. So I have 3 damage on Legolas. I have 1 damage on Haldir. Now, oh no, Legolas wasn't committed to the quest. Oh, it doesn't matter. It's just every creature. So this is. So now I'm 3 on Glorfindel. Treebeard is 3. And this Ent here is 1 damage. And then this, the Galadrim Weaver goes by. That's fine. So now we got 1, 3, 6, 7, 8. So right, and so that's 8. And that's 4, 5, 6. This goes by. And now we do 7, 8. So now I have 3 on the current quest. And now here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to engage 1 enemy, which I'm allowed to do. I'm going to block that 1 enemy with Glorfindel. No shadow. Glorfindel doesn't take any damage. And I'm going to kill this with Legolas. But when I kill it with Legolas, I get 5. I get 2 progress. So this is crazy trying to keep up with all of this. So I also want to kill the wargs before they come out. So that may be the next thing to do. I don't know. Okay. So now that's gone. So now I can do the things that I wanted to do. Okay. So now I'm going to draw. Now I'm going to do what I thought that I was going to do. So now I was going to... So he comes into play exhausted. I'm going to raise... I'm going to give myself... So this guy's up to 7 here. So I have 7 resource tokens. I have 5 on this guy. So, but I'm going to bring him down to 3. Okay. And now when I'm down to 3, I can ready him. So he's down to 3 tokens. And so now I have my Ent world. Okay. Raise my threat by 1. Raise the round counter by 1. I'm trying to be very good for all you people up there to remember to raise my threat here. Okay. So now we go. Okay, so I'm going to quest for 5, 8, 9. Quest for 9. So the Gladden Fields come out again. Okay. And then the Marsh Adder. Okay. That's okay. Okay. But that's 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it comes out in the wash. That's Frustration Station. Okay, but I'm gonna kill the wargs. Or sorry, I'm gonna travel to the Gladden Fields. I'm gonna kill the wargs because I'm not engaging an enemy. Okay. And so that's good. Okay, so now we increase, that goes to 4, 6, 4, 8. Raise my threat by 2 because of the Gladden Fields. Now I'm at round 10. Okay. Oh, cancel shadow card effect, right? The when revealed effect. So that's cool. Okay, so now we quest. 5, 8. I think I'm going to engage this guy. 8. 10. So I'm questing for 10. 5 with the Ents and 5 with my heroes. So here's the 1 card. That's 1. And here's my extra card, Chieftain Uthtak. Okay, so those guys can all stay out there. So now I'm going to engage this guy. Okay, now by engaging... Oh, let's first... I quested for 10. There's 5, 8, 9, 10. So there's 2 on here. Okay. So now I'm going to engage this guy. He gets a shadow card. And it says every time he attacks, raise my threat by 1. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to defend that guy with the Durndingle Warrior. I'm going to ready him and I'm going to ready Treebeard. Okay. And now I'm going to do 1 damage to the Durndingle Warrior. And now he can block for 5. So the Durndingle Warrior is going to block the Marsh Adder. And attacking enemy gets +1 attack. He can still defend for 5, so no damage to the Durndingle Warrior. And now I can attack with Treebeard for 4, Legolas for 7, and Glorfindel for 10. And that kills the Marsh Adder. And that puts an extra 1 here on this. This goes by, and now I'm up to 6 questing there. I think that was the best way to go about doing that. And so now, ready our characters. Life is good. Raise threat by 1. Round 11. Okay, so now, let's see. So we're at 7 resources on Glorfindel. We're at 5 on Haldir, and 9 on that guy, on Legolas. And this guy gets 1. Okay, so now we turn this over. Unseen Strike. I feel like I'm not going to need that anytime soon. So here's what we have to do. We have to quest. So I'm going to quest for 5, 8, 9. So 5 with the Ents and 4 with my heroes. So I'm questing for 9. And so when revealed, each location in the staging area gets +1 until the end. Then each player with a threat chooses and discards 1 card from his hand. So there's no location in the staging area. So I'm going to get rid of Unseen Strike. So that was good. So now I do my extra card, and this is a location. So I did 9, and there's 6 out here, so I'm at 3. So now I'm going to travel here. Okay. And now I'm going to kill the wargs. Okay, because I don't have to engage anybody. That's good. Okay. So I'm keeping this pretty well tamed here. Okay, so now I have 2, 8, 6, 10. Okay, draw a card. Oh, raise my threat, raise the round. So here's this guy. So this is good. Okay, so I'm going to 5, 8, 9. Let's see, 9 for now. And so 9, I'm going to do Elrond's Counsel, so I lower my threat by 3. So I'm at 39 threat, which is pretty decent, and I get an extra thing, so I'm questing for 10. Okay. There's the 1. Okay, and then here's this. Deal 1 damage to each character controlled by a player, threat of 35 or higher. So this is getting ugly here. So this is 2, 2, 4, 4. Oh my gosh, I need some healing. The Durndingle Warrior dies, and then we do 1 damage to the Wandering Ent. So let's see here. I now do 4, 7, 8. The extra one, because of Elrond's Counsel, is 9. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8. So now I'm at 10 here. So that's cool, I guess. And now I'm going to kill the Misty Mountain orcs. Okay. From the area. So that's good. Oh, look at that. I could have canceled the when revealed effects. Well, nobody's going to die yet. So, the cloak. So I draw, I raise my threat to 40, raise my round. So now I have 3, I have 9, so I'm at 7, so 9 spirit, 7 lore, 11 tactics, and I have nothing to really play for here. So here, you know what I'm gonna do? Oh, I can't. I'm gonna put this onto Legolas. Okay. So now I'm down to 6. Okay. Okay. Now we're gonna quest. We're gonna quest for 2, 4, 7, 8. There's a hill troll. And there's the Gladden Fields. So there's 4, 7. So now we do 11. So we're at 11 progress here. I'm going to travel here, and this is sad. Okay, so I'm going to kill the Eastern Crows. So that gets put back in and we shuffle. I feel like I'm making slow but sure progress. And I think that that's what the makers of the game wanted to do, is they wanted to make sure that you were making slow progress so that these guys could build up, so that you're feeling pressure from the staging area. So can't wait till I don't have to draw 2 cards from the staging area. Okay, so that comes back. Okay. And so I've already done my stuff, so I'm going to do this, 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 and this. Okay, ready, everybody? Raise my threat, raise the round. Oh, look, another ent. Okay, so now we're at 4 here. 10. 7. 12. I have so many resources. I don't even know what I can do with all this. Okay, but I'm going to pull out an ent. So I went from 7, I'm down to 5. That's cool. Now I'm going to ready the ent. So now that's that. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to quest. I'm going to quest for... I forgot to raise my threat by an additional 1 there, so now I'm going to quest for 2, 4, 6. Let's see, 6, 9, 10. Questing for 10. And so, okay, so I'm going to cancel that when revealed effect. So I was at 9, I'll go down to 8. Okay. So that's good. So that's that. And now we get 1 more, and it says deal 1 damage to each exhausted character. So there's 3. Treebeard dies. That's sad. We're going to miss you, Treebeard. 2, and then 1 here. Okay. So now we have 2, 4, 7, 8. There's 3 out here. So that's 6. So now we're at 13. 13 progress on the active scenario, active quest. And so now I'm going to, just because I feel like I have to, I'm going to attack the troll. The Rivendell Blade gives him -2 defense. He does 3. So now the troll has 2 damage on it. Let's see, so I guess 2 damage. Okay, so we're ready, everybody. Ready, everybody already. Raise my threat by 1, round 15. Okay, Gandalf! Oh, Treebeard! Okay, so I'll pull Treebeard out. So this should be at 13. So I'm going to take all the resources from here to cast Treebeard. So 13, that's 9. This gives me, I get an extra 1, and I get an extra 1 here. 9. Okay. So now we quest. So we quest for 2, 4, 7, 8. Pull this out. There's the wargs. Gain surge. So there's this guy. During the encounter phase, can't optionally engage. So now my extra card, it says each location in the stage gets +1. Then each player with a threat 35 discards 1 card from his hand. So that I don't have. So that's good. So I I did 8, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? 6. So I'm at 15. 15. Boom. Okay. I'm going to kill the goblin snipers. Okay. Great. So now we go this. Ready. Round 15. I'm at 44 threat. This is going to get ugly. Maybe not. I don't know. Okay, so now I have 1 token on Treebeard. I'm at 10 Spirit, 7 Lore, and 10 Tactics. The bow. So now I have the bow. Okay, I'm going to put the bow onto Haldir. So now I'm down to 9. And this guy. Okay. So now we quest 2, 4, 6, 9. 9. I'm going to quest for 9 because I feel like I may. 9. So it says reveal X additional encounter cards where X is the number of players in the game. Okay, so okay, so there's that. So now that's Surge. Okay. When revealed, first player chooses a character currently committed to deal 2 damage. Okay, guess what, Treebeard? You're the currently committed to the quest. So there's all that. Plus I now have to get my extra card out here. And so that's the Wasteland. When players force this. So now, I quested for 9. Right? 6, 9. So there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 6, 8, 9. Dang it. So 16. Okay, I say dang it because I wanted to thin this stuff a little bit. Okay. So it says, so now ambush on the Anduin. So this is what we were expecting. I bet you all these guys are going to come out. It says reveal 2 encounter cards per player and add them to the staging area. Skip the staging except for the quest phase. Okay, now we have to. So basically now we have to kill all of these things. When revealed, remove 4 progress fortunes from the first. Okay. Okay. So now we have to travel here. Okay. Now I have 33 engagement. So all of these guys are going to come out. That's the problem. Okay. And I don't have much in the way of extra hit points to deal with here. So I was doing well until I got surge, extra card. Bummer. That's why I didn't want to get that far. Okay, well, anyways, let's figure this out. Okay, this guy I can let through. I'm going to have to block I have to block everybody. What's the active location? The active location is the Wastelands. So, okay. So this guy's going to come through. Everything else is going to have to do. So I'm going to have to block that's a when revealed, but I put him into play. I didn't reveal him. So, okay. I don't see a way for me to win this with 44 threat. I'll play it out, but I know that I'm going to lose at this point. So, unless a miracle happens. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to block the what am I going to do? Well, let's deal all these guys shadow cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. See, the only problem is I have 3 black. So I'm going to let these guys through, and I'm going to deal the damage to Haldir. It's the only one that has damage to give. So, okay, so defending player chooses and returns an exhausted ally to its owner's hand. If he controls no exhausted allies, raises threat by 3. So I'm okay with that. I'm going to get this guy back into my hand. Okay, he's exhausted. Okay, so now Haldir has 3. So now I can block for 2 here, 3 here. So one of my heroes is going to die, so I might as well go out in amazing fashion. 2 of my heroes are probably going to die. So let's see. I'm going to... Actually, all 3 of my heroes are going to die. So let's see how this is going to work out. So I'm going to block Chief Uftak with Legolas. No shadow effect. He does 3. I have 2. So I do 1. So that guy is... So I lose this guy. He's done. I'm going to block the... I'm going to block this guy with this, so nothing. So this guy dies. And then the extra damage, let's see, I had 2 damage, so I take 4 here. And now I'm going to block this with this thing here. Okay. Wolf Rider, defending player, 1 character is defender. Deal Wolf Rider its own shadow card after combat. After combat. Okay, so this has no... So this goes back to this. Okay, now this has to come through because this guy, I have to deal the damage even though there's no... So now all 3 of my heroes die and I lose. So that gives me an idea. Okay, so I need to get some healing in this deck big time. Okay, so if I got a self-preservation or maybe the Warden of Healing, I could definitely do something a lot better. Okay, but there it is. My second thing I ended up losing, so I guess I'll have to play through it again. Okay, have a great day.